Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, another prom makeup look. Doesn't necessarily have to be for prom because I know I wear this look when I go out and I love it. But it is a bronzed goddess blown out smoky eye. Totally can take the techniques from this and use whatever colors you want. This is really good if you hate kind of doing winged liner but want like a winged out effect look going on, because there's no winged liner involved but it's super blown out. I paired it with a nude lip. Again, pair it with whatever you want. This is just kind of what I love to wear with this kind of eye makeup. Also, I kind of did my hair really differently, which I'm kind of digging. I kind of wanted it to be like prom-esque. And I do plan to do some prom hair tutorials, so give this video a thumbs up if you would like to see that video. But yes, this is the kind of makeup look I created. I really hope you guys enjoy it. Definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up if you do, and subscribe for future prom looks because I would love to see you in the next video. And if you're new, I do this kind of thing a lot. So yes, if you like the look of this makeup look, then please keep watching. Okay, so to begin, I'm going to go ahead and do my skincare first. And yes, it's drugstore skincare too. So to begin, I'm going to take the L'Oreal Extraordinary Facial Oil. I love using oils before foundation sometimes just because I feel like they're super hydrating and then it just makes everything apply so much easier. But I am going to be using a moisturizer and a primer as well because it's prom, so there's no holding back and you want your makeup to look the best that it can. I'm just going to brush or buff that into my skin. And we are starting with skin first today because this eye look, I like to blow it out and I don't like to use concealer or anything to kind of sharpen it. I want it to look blown out and I find it easier to do that by doing my skin first. Okay, so now I'm going to moisturize my skin, and for that I'm using the Garnier Moisture Bomb 3-in-1 moisturizer. I freaking love this stuff. I'm just going to pop that on over the top for some extra moisture. I don't want my skin to be feeling dry throughout the day, or like my foundation to be feeling tight, or like my concealer to kind of crease underneath. I wanted this video to be kind of more chatty and personal because I filmed my other one and my friend was like, oh, how did you film it? And I was like, oh, I just did as a get ready with me. And he was like, oh, did you tell them about like your prom experiences and stuff? And I was like, no, I didn't. Like that, I didn't think to talk about that, so let's talk about it as I do my makeup. But before we do that, I'm gonna quickly prime my skin using the Collection Prime and Ready Primer, and this is like powered by Witch Hazel, and it's anti-fatigue and illuminating, so don't wanna look tired, wanna be brighter. And it is all kind of about the skin today because it's like a bronzed goddessy look. We want it to be illuminated and just looking our best. So I'm just going to buff that in. But yeah, my prom was a bit... I hosted my pre-prom, which was cool. And as in my first prom. At our school, we had 2 proms. One as like your year 11 before exams, or is it after exams? I feel like it's before exams prom. And then our year 13 like leavers prom. So the year 11 prom, I feel like it was a bit of a disaster. Not that you need to go with anyone. I didn't go with anyone. Nobody asked me. I didn't ask them. Kind of just went with my friends. And I really just hated the way I looked at it. Like, it's like I could do it again now. It'd be so different. And then the year 13 prom I actually quite enjoyed, I think, because we were all old enough to be able to just go out in town afterwards, which was nice. In our like glam outfits, and I feel like my outfit was more me. Awesome. Moving on to one more under the skin or like under foundation product. I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match Liquid Glow Illuminator Prime and Highlight, and I'm just going to apply this all over the skin. This I actually bought in America, and this is why the packaging looks like this. The one in the UK I think is slightly bigger, but I'm just going to be applying this literally all over my skin. I'm just going to be applying this all over my skin as like a base glow. It's so pretty. They do 2 colours, so if this one is recommended for warmer to medium skin tones. So if you're planning to get a spray tan or something, this will be really pretty. If you're slightly on the paler side, they do a slightly more pearlier one that is probably best suited to your skin. I'm kind of just using this brush to spread it all around, and then I'm just going to use my sponge that I'm going to use for foundation just to press that in a bit more. Does anyone else, let me know in the comments down below, I get like the worst, I call it peach fuzz, like on the sides of my face, which just like, it's normal to have like a hairy face, but I don't know, I don't particularly want one. So, can you get like laser hair removal on your face? I feel like that's something I want to do. Okay, so the base kind of before our foundation is done. Now for foundation, I'm sorry, I feel like this is inevitable for me. I am going to use the Maybelline Matte and Fit Me Poreless Foundation. I freaking love this foundation. It lasts all day. It is a medium to full like buildable coverage, which I feel like is like perfect for prom, and it is for normal to oily skin, so it's got a matte finish, so it's going to last a long time as well. If you have slightly drier skin like me, that's why I went through all that skin prep, so this isn't going to sit too tight on my skin. So I'm just gonna sponge that in, and I'm in the colour 228 for reference. Again, I bought this bottle in America, but it's exactly the same product as the one that we have, just in the UK it's in a squeezy tube, I think. But they did come out with loads more colours in this range of foundation, and I did a whole video on it, so I hope that you guys find one in your shade and try it out, because for like a drugstore foundation, this is honestly one of my favourites of all time. But does anyone else have any funny prom stories? Mine was really like, I can't think of anything like dramatic that happened at mine, or any drama, or like anything funny, like my dress didn't break or anything. If that did happen to you guys, let me know, I want to giggle. I love reading through all your comments and you guys telling me your funny experiences and stories. Okay, so I feel like that's sufficiently blended into my skin. Now for concealer. So I'm going to take, again, 2 concealers, but this time I'm going to take the Maybelline Camo Concealer Palette. I'm going to take the more, like, a medium colour shade, which is this one here. And again, I'm going to use this in a, I mean, it will be lighter than my foundation, but I am kind of more using this because it's a nice pink undertone to cancel out the darkness that I have underneath my eyes. And I'm just going to apply that with a brush. I'm also going to be using this to like sculpt out my eyebrows as well. It's a really handy concealer palette to have, and you can see the concealers themselves are super creamy and easy to blend. And also, if you suffer from like spots or like a lot of redness in your skin, it does come with a green one, which is perfect for cancelling out that colouring. But I'm just using this peachier colour to cancel out the like blueness going on underneath my eyes. I ain't about that. I feel like I just got carried away and I've like done it too much. But I'm just gonna blend this in. I love the formula of this one. If you've never tried it, maybe you should go out and have a little play. I know they do two shades maybe of this, like obviously like a light one and a darker one. I always get scared with like creams in a palette and stuff to use them underneath my eye because they tend to be slightly fuller coverage, which is obviously something that I love, but they can crease because they're fuller coverage, so I'm always like, I don't want to use them underneath my eye because you want to avoid that. But these ones actually blend out really well. They kind of work with the warmth of your skin, I find, and just become so creamy. They almost like melt onto your skin and blend really nicely. Okay, so you can kind of see there's a little bit of brightness going on, but not as much as I want. So I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Dreamy? Well, it is kind of dreamy. The Maybelline Dream Lumi Touch Concealer Pen in the shade Ivory. So that's really light, and I'm just gonna use this to brighten up underneath my eye because I was only using that other concealer to like conceal. So this is the one that I'm going to be placing all around here. These are obviously extra steps to take, but it's prom, I want to be a little bit extra, and also I'm just kind of showing you a different range of products because you might prefer this over the other one and all that stuff. And also it might seem like a lot of makeup, but I use sponges to blend everything out, which absorbs a lot of like excess of the product, so it really doesn't feel heavy on my skin at all. I would never want myself or any of you guys to feel like uncomfortable or that you need a lot of makeup and all of that. You can see I really love that kind of brighter effect under the eye. I always forget about this concealer. I love the Age Rewind and the Fit Me from Maybelline, and I always forget this one's so pretty, like so pretty. Okay, I'm now done with all like my cream products so far, so I'm now gonna go ahead and set everything in place. For that, I'm taking the NYX Pro, is it like the highlight and contour kit, and I'm just gonna mix, and I'm just gonna use the yellow shade to kind of set underneath my eyes and break my whole table. Actually, I think I'm gonna mix the yellow and the slightly whiter shade, but kind of concentrate more on the yellow because the yellow is really great for brightening underneath the eye as well. I'm just gonna press that here. I'm actually gonna kind of use the mix of the two just to kind of set everything in place. I think I'm gonna continue with the skin and then move on to the eyes. So for bronzer, I am taking the Golden Bronzing Chocolate powder from Bourjois. It smells so good, y'all, I can't even explain. So I'm just gonna be using this, kind of lightly bronze, because then we are gonna contour, but this has a really gorgeous luminous glow to it. Okay, so like I said, I'm now gonna move on to contouring, and for that, I'm gonna take, I think this shade here is the slightly warmer one. Barely picking up any. This palette is pigmented, especially the contour shades, so be careful. I'm just going to place that and then buff up. This is actually a NYX brush. It is their brush in number 5. Really good for like chiseling out and contouring. I am going to take the like palest contour colour and I'm going to use that to contour my nose. Totally optional. If you don't need to contour your nose, don't do it. I don't necessarily need to. I just feel like I haven't in a while and I want to. So I'm taking this brush. It is from Backstage Beauty. It's the eye blender. It's kind of like a flat, fluffy brush. And just, I kind of need to like look down. Hold on. Ooh, and then once I do that, I just kind of press it in with my sponge. Now onto blusher. This is literally one of my fave drugstore blushes to use. I think it's so pretty and so luminous and I love the colours in it. It is the L'Oreal Blush Sculpt Trio in the colour Soft, is it Soft Sand? I think it is. Soft Sand, and I'm going to try and avoid the white shade because that would be kind of too highlighty for me. I'm only using it for the blush, so I'm going to kind of dip my blusher brush in the two end colours. I don't know if you can see that, but so pretty. Such a pretty blush colour. Okay, I'm going to highlight my skin last, so I'm now going to move on to my eyes. I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows off camera because I literally showed you how I did them in my previous tutorial and I am using the same product. It is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Ash Brown. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and then I'll be back to show you how to do the eyes. Okay, so I am back and I've gone ahead and done my eyebrows. Like I said, I used the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown, and then I dipped back into my Maybelline concealer palette and used the top middle shade to kind of just highlight my brow bone. On to the eyeshadow, I'm taking the NYX Perfect Filter eyeshadow palette in the kind of style Rustic Antique. Look at these colours. They are like the most warmest, bronziest, amazing colours. Perfect for this look. So I'm going to start off with this shade here as our initial transition colour. I always start on the outer corner and I drag it out and then buff it in. I just kind of go back and forth and then kind of buff upwards when I've got kind of less product on the brush. I said this is kind of like a blown out look, so I am kind of dragging it out towards the end of my brow bone, as you can see, like that. Then I'm going to take this shade here, which has a little bit of a sparkle to it, but is so pretty. It's like a really like orangey peach colour. So I'm going to use that as like the second colour to deepen up the crease, and it's actually what I've got underneath my eye as well. Again, kind of creating that blown out winged look, and I'm on a slightly smaller brush to do this because we want to be more precise with our movements. But after this, guys, I'm off up to London because I'm gonna get my hair coloured finally. It's so overdue, and the place that I normally go, my hairdresser's moved to Dubai, so I can't go there. So I'm getting my hair coloured at Vixen and Blush, which I'm sure you guys have seen on Instagram or like heard maybe people talking about. I am so excited. I've never been. And yeah, just getting my hair coloured and cut, which would be exciting. Alright, emails. And finally, to deepen up, actually it's not finally, there'll be one more after this, but I'm going to take the dark maroon colour on a smaller brush and just concentrate on that on the outermost part. I kind of like to use side to side motions when I'm dragging it across the lid. I feel like that creates a better blend and like a smoother transition. Moving on to the lid colour, I am going to take the NYX Vivid Bright Cream Shadow in the shade Rock Glam. Oh my god, one of my favourite cream shadows. My favourite cream shadow for my eyes personally, if you've got blue eyes, defo recommend trying it out, is the Kylie Copper Cream Shadow. I love that one. This is a slightly more like reddy orange. So again, I still really love this, and you could totally wear this on its own, but I am going to show you that I put something on over the top but this is so pretty. And they do loads of colours of these Vivid Brights. Not sure if they're available in the UK yet, but obviously I have an audience of UK and America, so if I didn't use some just American products, it'd be a bit annoying for them. So if you have blue eyes and you don't have this yet, defo go and try it out. But yeah, like I said, they do loads of colours, like bright colours, but then also wearable ones as well, like this. So pretty, I think. But I am going to go ahead and apply something on the top, and that is the Barry M Bronze Dazzle Dust. I'm going to tap a lot of it off because I kind of just want it to be like a glitter look rather than like a full-on pigment. So I'm just going to tap a lot of it off and just lightly pat that on top of where we just placed the cream, just to kind of warm it up and add a bit more, yeah, warmth to it and a bit of sparkle. I did kind of want it to be a bit more dramatic than like some of the previous looks that I've done, because some people love to be dramatic for prom, so, you know. I'm going to take the blackish shade from this palette, but also mix it with that burgundy colour as well to soften it. Just on like a precise crease brush, and just concentrate that on the outermost part of the eye, just to like accentuate it. Just blending and buffing that all together. Angled brush, and mix those two colours again together, the black and the burgundy. Press that on the top just to like enforce the colour and just make it look a lot more smoky and sultry and bronze goddessy. For my waterline, you guys know I don't like anything too dark. I'm going to use the NYX Gold Eyeliner. Let me know in the comments down below, or give this video a thumbs up if you want to see a like silver cool tone dark look. I'll put black in my waterline and everything, because I know some people do actually prefer that kind of look, so let me know. Run that in my waterline, and then going in with that sparkly peach shade that I was like obsessed with earlier, we're going to run that along our lower lash line and connect it back up to this wing we've got going on. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara. You guys know. Before we apply eyelashes, I'm just going to highlight my inner corner. For that, I'm going to take the two shades in this palette. I'm just going to mix them together. Oh, hang on. This is just this colour here I'm using right now on its own. And I think I don't need another one. I don't want it to be too white, so okay, I'm just gonna use that shade. Pretty. I feel very like, speaking of which, the lashes I'm gonna use are very, and these are the Pinky Goat lashes in the style Nura. They look like this. They are super winged out. They're not like the Aura ones. They're slightly more like spiky-ish. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply these now. These are the eyes with the lashes. These lashes are actually, compared to their other ones, are really short, and I kind of wanted them to be short so I wasn't hiding any of the eye makeup. So I'm literally obsessed with these. But now we can move back onto the skin and the lips. All that's left to do on the skin is highlight, which is my favorite part. I'm gonna take the, literally mine's all gone. This is the Sleek Strobing Souffle in the shade Smoky Quartz. And then on top, I'm going in with my baby, the Cleopatra's Kiss highlighting palette from Sleek, and we're about to get our glow on. I'm gonna take the slightly deeper golden shade and just apply that on the top of the Strobing Souffle. Woo! I love this palette. This palette actually does come with creams, so you could have used them. I'm just showing you extra products on the market that you might be interested in. Yes, okay, now onto the lips. I'm going to take the NYX Matte Suede Lip Liner in the colour or shade name London. Now I did kind of want this to be like a light nude glittery lip look, because I knew I wanted the eyes to be really like blown out and sultry, so I didn't want to like draw attention away from the darkness and the sultriness by having a kind of dark lip. So it is a light nude. Sorry. I'm taking the Maybelline Pure Colour Sensational Matte Nude Lipstick in the shade Purely Nude. Now I have a feeling I'm going to apply this and it's going to look really, really light nude to start with, but work with me people, I will blend this out. Finished. I do like to go in my finger and just press and blend. I'm going to real quick go back in with that highlighter and just highlight my cupid's eye. Then I'm going to be kind of slightly darkening the lip, and this is with the L'Oreal Infallible Lip Gloss in Disco Ball. This is like the drugstore lip topper. I love this lip gloss. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I am obsessed. But yes, that is now the finished look. So this is the finished makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I know blown out bronze, smoky eye and a nude lip might not necessarily be like prom appropriate or just anything like that, but I know some people love this look and I did ask you guys if you wanted to see it. And loads of you said yes, so I hope I made it kind of prom appropriate and you really enjoyed this video. Definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did and subscribe. Woo. I feel like there's a button here and a thing down below. Subscribe if you haven't already because I would love to see you in my next video. But yes, thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!